96. Yo, I said stop myself, I'm not myself. Headed into anything, knowing that I got myself. And all my enemies wishing that I shot myself. Dead, on the bed, clothes covered in red. Stop myself, I'm not myself. Headed into anything, knowing that I got myself. And all my enemies wishing that I shot myself. Dead.
What is up, y'all? It is Mike, Phil, and Fu, and we're here to break down some massive news in the MMA and UFC community. Just came out. We also got UFC Seattle, Beterbiev, and Bivol too. We got a lot to talk about tonight. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. We got some awesome freaking fights today early from one championship. And then, well, before that, we had Dana dropping a huge bomb last night. What about you, Fu?
Chilling, boys, chilling. Good to be here. So much news. It was fun. It was fun. Waiting on Instagram. Like, when's this ball fuck gonna drop the news? So that was cool. And we got some fights this weekend. There's a lot of cancellations, but we're locked in, man. We're ready.
Yeah, man. I was busy at work, and as it was all happening, I wasn't at my phone. And by the time I had a chance to look, I'm over here looking at CST at CS Today News. Go follow on Twitter. That's where I get my news. That's where you should get yours too. We got everything on that page there. Phil the GOAT. But yeah, I got off work. I'm looking at everything going on. I'm like, damn, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got some crazy, crazy stuff coming up here.
You know what's the funny part about that is that I had to edit it like 5 times. And then like freaking because like you guys so funny enough, I was half asleep when you guys put that in the chat. You know me, I fall asleep early. So freaking I had like 4 fights on like the original post, and then like Fu, like D Wood, everybody else in the group chat was like this fight, this fight, this fight. I'm like, yo, how much did this motherfucker fucking put out? Right. Now, man, look, I mean, we can look at the fights right now. So if I pull it right here, right on our Twitter, you know, at CS Today News, boom. I don't know, Mike, you want to? Can you guys see that?
Yeah, Dana White announces multiple UFC matchups via Instagram. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady is the new main event for UFC London. We got Jack Della Maddalena versus Bilal Muhammad. Valentina Shevchenko, Manon Fiorot is the co-main of 315. Alexander Volkanovski, Diego Lopez for the vacant UFC featherweight title. Ilia Topuria is vacating. And then we got Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett, and then Dan Ige against Sean Woodson. He finally gets a ranked matchup. Yair Rodriguez with Patricio. He's finally freed Pitbull at UFC 314. God damn.
Boy, they stacked that card up.
Unbelievable.
For 314? Like, bro, like what? Like, I don't know. Fu, what do you think?
I think it's stacked. I'm you know what I think. Paddy Pimblett's #1 fan in this freaking universe. Everybody hates on me, but it is what it is. It's a good match. I mean, what can we do, man? What can we do? I'm excited for it. It's a stack card from top to bottom. They announced the main event super late. So they had already sold tickets without a main event and a co-main event. So that was pretty cool. They pushed some tickets, but, you know, people expect the top product now, you know, because what else is there left? We speculated a couple fights, but we didn't want to, just start reporting fake shit. So we kind of waited till the bald man gave us the news, which is amazing. Like I said, I'll probably be saying that all night. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the sport. It's a good way, you know. The year's barely starting, and we're getting bangers every month.
Shout out to MZ, sending love from my grandma's basement. Shout out to Mixed Martial Alien. Is that our alien?
That's our alien.
I think it might be.
Yeah, it's our alien.
And that's honestly an appropriate response to the UFC 314 card. That is one of the, you know, obviously we had UFC 300 was stacked, but UFC 314, I was reading through it last night. I'm like, oh my God, man, I'm very, very excited. Unfortunately, we have to wait until April for that card, but it's only a little while away. We'll be here before we know it. Yeah, we got some big things in store. I'm happy for Pitbull, man. I'm you know, the fact that he was able to get out of PFL jail, and he has, in my opinion, a winnable matchup against Yair Rodriguez. And Yair is great, but like as we saw in his last fight, you know, he can be susceptible to strong grappling. And, you know, just like Brian Ortega did, I'm not saying, you know, an older Pitbull is going to be the same as Brian Ortega, but I think that's a winnable fight for him. They were originally, or at least Dan Ige was originally calling for Pitbull, and I was like, man, 50K's about to sleep him, bro. What in the world? But yeah, Yair Rodriguez, although he has the capability to do so, I think he has a style that Patricio can find a path to victory.
All right. I think the biggest elephant in the room is Taporia vacating his title, which is insane, bro. After two title fights, right? Because he knocked out Volk and then he faced Max Holloway. And then he's like, nah, there ain't nobody else in the division, so I'm just gonna move up and vacate my title. So he's getting Islam next. Like, there's no doubt about it. What do you think about? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I like it. I think so. Ilya Taporia, he's a showman, and he's doing all this talk. Of course, he's doing his little shit talk. Like, I already fought everybody there is to beat. There's nobody else in here who's worthy to fight me. But also, what we heard yesterday, apparently he said that the cut to 145 is very draining on his body. So, like, maybe from a realistic standpoint, he's having trouble getting there, and he thinks it's a better fit for him to be at 155 moving forward based on how his body responds. So I like that he's talking shit. Like, yeah, Diego Lopez, Mozart, John Silva, those guys aren't worthy to fight me, when really, of course, it makes more sense for him to go to 155. I've been saying it, bro. The matchup I want to see more than anything, just from a pure entertainment standpoint, because you got Ilya Taporia. He's doing everything he said he's gonna do, and now he's saying he's gonna finish Islam a weight class up. Okay, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
But the way it's just the way that he's winning these fights. So it's like he's really doing what he says he was gonna do, like Conor McGregor. And it's like, I want to see him do what he says he's gonna do against Islam Makhachev, the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. And if he can go out and do that, that's the biggest statement that can be made in the UFC today. Unless Poatan goes up and beats Tom Aspinall, and that is right there with it. But Ilya finishing Islam, unheard of. If that happens, I don't know, bro. I don't even know. Is he in the GOAT conversation?
If he knocks out Islam?
Right away.
If he finishes Islam.
Yeah, because Islam's the pound for pound, right? Islam, all the media was crying about John Jones getting dethroned so they could put Islam as pound for pound fighter, bro. So, I mean, that alone should tell you if he beats, him.
It's crazy.
It's not like Chris Weidman when he beats Spider Silva. It wasn't like he was. He kind of just got the title shot because there wasn't anybody else in the division like this. Ilya went out and beat like two of the fucking greatest athletes that ever performed in the UFC, bro. And like, if you don't, obviously, like, the weight part, him not making weight was a big deal. But I think like the UFC has to strike now to try to get him, because he's European, like you said, like Conor. We're getting the Conor vibes, but it's like better to try to figure out if he's gonna do that, because Ariel Helwani was like, oh, the UFC might not have star power for the next couple of years, because everybody's like, it's like kind of fading out, like Poatan. But if Poatan loses to Ant, I mean, who knows what's next, But with Ilya, he's still young. If he goes up, he can still like maybe mess around with other 155ers and like come back. But you have to bet the house on Ilya, man, because the Spanish support, it's huge, man. He's followed by Real Madrid, like, if you guys don't know, that's like I think they have the most followers on Instagram. So
I think they're the biggest sports. They have the biggest sports fans base.
So it was big. He's a big star. So like, I like it. I like the move. You have to, man. You're in this sport to be the greatest. If you're like I said, if you're not in it to be the greatest, if you're in just to make money, like, nah. I get it. He's already taken care of, but it's not like Conor. He ruined it trying to go for generational wealth, and he messed up. Now, like, we're here, but
well, even in the same breath, like, so, I mean, Islam is what, 34 now? If we wait and build Ilya up in lightweight, okay, now he's going to fight a 35, 36-year-old Islam. So in the same breath, to respect Islam, we want him to fight the best version of Ilya Taporia while he's still at his best as well. And honestly, it makes me, low-key, it makes me want to root for Islam, just because people try to discredit him so hard. It's like, all right, so we got his defense against Volk, featherweight, short notice Volk, featherweight, and now people are even trying to reach and say, oh, and he fought Dustin Poirier and Charles Oliveira. Those are featherweights, bro. Come on now. And now guess what? Ilya, another featherweight. But this guy is the real deal, We got some chats.
I want to see Dustin welcome Ilya. Give Ilya a chance to make it in that division. Give Dustin a big fight to retire. I don't think they should give Ilya Dustin. I think he just get the title shot right away. You don't just knock out freaking Volk and freaking Max Holloway. You know what I mean, back to back, and then you just get Dustin Poirier. No, you get the champ right away on Dogs. You know what I mean?
It's a fun
Yeah.
fight. Don't get me wrong. Like obviously we would love like style wise, but yeah, no, we got to get the champ. I'm ready. I'm ready to see the next superstar come out. You know.
Because
Yeah.
if like Dustin, let's say Dustin does beat Ilya, that kind of just ruins things, you know. And like it's the retirement for Dustin, so you want to give him somebody that's worthy of like a retirement fight. So like maybe Dustin could fight like I don't know, like Justin Gaethje. Like I think that's the best fight for him to make in his retirement fight. But if he's gonna fight Ilya, like what if he beats Ilya? Now he's gonna be like, oh, maybe I should stick around. You know what I mean? Maybe I do have a chance. So
Right.
But
what up,
I mean, who knows?
Faceless?
Oh
What up,
man,
Faceless?
what's up, my boy?
Spooky Ghost on
Hey,
Hood.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Spooky Ghost is my guy. He's been entering his of the last couple of years at least, entering his hardcore fan section of the MMA, and I love to see it. He'll be doing research, looking stuff up. He's like, "Yo, what do you think about this and that and that?" And I'm like, "I fucking love it, bro. We're out here, enjoying this sport together. We like to speculate. We like to talk about everything that goes on in this space. It's the best thing. It's the best sport out there."
Shout
Crazy,
out to my-
scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Shout out to my cousin Tim, yo. He's tuning in with us.
What's up,
Agree.
Tim?
Ilya
Hey,
straight to
Tim.
the gym. See,
boy.
this is why we family. Like we can agree on this. Yeah, Ilya, dude, he just give him the title shot right away. You know what I mean? It's the biggest fight. Like you gotta capitalize it. Speaking of capitalize, my cousin. Gotta capitalize now. Dustin could beat Ilya and ruin the fun. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what? Ilya's like 16-0. Islam's the pound for pound best fighter. Imagine that resume: Holloway, Volk, and Islam on your record.
Dude, imagine
Three
if he
straight.
beats Armin too. If he beats Islam, because bro, I think Armin is a tough matchup. If he gets through Islam, and then let's say Ilia Topuria can beat Armin, that's crazy as fuck, bro.
Oh, speaking of the devil, Nick Clark, only retard. I can't say that. Thinks Ilya is jumping straight into a title shot.
You're not saying it. You're reading it. He said it. You're good, bro.
Yeah, Nick texted me earlier and was like, "I think Ilya should fight Joel Alvarez."
By the way, if you guys haven't, Nick and Russ dropped the boxing podcast breaking down Beterbiev and Bivol 2. So check that out on the channel.
Hell yeah, bro! I'm about to peep that ASAP.
But another thing about this fight is Food Boy Patty Pimblett and Michael Chandler. Those rumors about him and DP, but I think we all knew in the group, that the DP didn't want that fight because he wants a legends fight. Patty's ain't no legend, and he's not going to be, like a stepping stone for him. I know, Food, this is your boy. What do you think about his chances against Michael Chandler?
I think they're great. They're so Chandler. The thing about him, he's gonna come in and try to fight a war. He's not gonna stick to a game plan. He just wants to show out. Like he doesn't know when his last fight's gonna be. Like he's on a losing streak pretty much now. I think Patty submits him, bro. I think Patty submits him, or it goes all the way. But yeah, dude, I can see it.
I don't know. I mean, he has proven us wrong a bit.
He's a bigger 155, bro. Don't get me wrong. Chandler's, he's short. He's a short king. Shout out to all the short kings, man. But still,
Yeah, I mean, fuck you. We're the same height.
Huh? Oh.
Me and Chandler the same height.
Chill, bro. I'm cooking. Nah, but I feel like the path is there. To the title. That's why he's fighting him. Like they could have given him somebody else, but I feel like it's a winnable shot. What are the odds? They're even, right? They're both even and shit. Like nobody.
Patty's a very slight underdog. I think he's like plus 110.
Plus 110, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So I'm a big fan of Patty Pimblett, and I was like laying out the foundation for how he's gonna find himself to a title shot with the least possible resistance. And that involved Moicano, that involved Beneil Dariush, it did not involve Michael Chandler, bro. I feel like Michael Chandler presents such a danger to a fighter who leaves it. And he has tried to work on this, and you have seen him in instances try to keep his chin tucked. But when he goes back to what he does, he just lifts it straight in the air, moving forward. And it's hard for me if you got a guy with power like Michael Chandler and a guy who has very good defensive wrestling, very good offensive wrestling as well. And he's only been submitted one time in his career. And it was, because he made a massive mistake dumping Dustin Poirier.
Yep.
I know Patty's jits is legit. He has legit Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But at the same time, I have a feeling there's a possibility where Patty is having an issue getting the fight to the ground. I don't think he's going to club and sub. I feel like Michael Chandler is going to potentially light him up. If he leaves his head in the open, Michael Chandler's going to find it, and he's going to find it, through explosive movements. And I feel like this is a really tough fight for Patty Pimblett here.
And to touch on that, it's funny, bro, when you brought that up. You know what? Just flashbacks came in my head. Was Dan Henderson knocking out Michael Bisping, bro? Because you remember when he the first time? So it's funny because he's from the UK, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I feel like where Chandler's best game plan is at to do what Jerry Gordon did, and just fucking try to hold him against the cage, try to take him down. Do you think he'll stand and bang with him? I mean,
I think Chandler's going to stand and bang. I think that's what he's going to want to do.
You see, Chandler's actually pretty good, but he's also pretty stupid. So, like you said, like he'll do like something like outrageous. Like he was winning the Dustin Poirier fight, right? He was probably arguably like could have been 1-1 or 2-0, depending how you really feel about that fight. Like the third round, he was winning, and then next thing you know, he dumps him, and then Poirier takes his neck and chokes and taps him out. Gaethje, he was beating him, in my opinion, and then he gave up the third round, just playing stupid, like yo, hit me, you know what I mean, and just gave away the round. Charles Oliveira, the first fight, he was doing good. He got clipped and everything, but I don't know. It's like
But
what's
crazy though?
when he threw himself back.
check out those guys you named though. Like that's Dustin Poirier, that's Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje. Is Patty there with those guys?
I don't know. No, probably maybe
maybe it's like olives, bro. So like if his striking is getting better, then I can see that. But like if he takes Chandler's back, Chandler's gonna do something stupid.
And the thing is too, like Chandler does have power, but who's he really knocking out? He knocked out a washed Tony Ferguson, and then Dan Hooker in his debut. Really? I mean, Dan Hooker was good in his debut.
Bro, he knocked him out with a fucking teep kick, bro. Like, come on. And he's shorter than him. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I see Chandler's dangerous, bro. From like trust me, bro. I see everything like Captain not Captain what's his Doctor Strange, bro. But
I can see that Patty can hurt him with a good shot and secure rear naked choke. Chandler comes to bang, though he's always dangerous, which is true.
Well, that's why the odds are where they're at.
USA, baby, let's fucking go!
They scored.
They scored.
They won, baby.
They won. They won.
Now they're winning now. Though. Come on, Shorty. Canada disrespect us again. All right, let's get back to it.
All right, back to the show.
Shout out to the Canadian homies.
Shout out to the Canadians home, but we against you today. Yeah, and then we already talked about Yair Patricio Pitbull a little bit. It's a tough match. I don't know how Pitbull's going to deal with the speed, but if maybe you can keep. I feel like this low key might be a boring one.
But Chandler. Oh wait, which one?
Yair and Pitbull.
Yair and Pitbull. I don't know.
I think Pitbull might control him. Like, I think Pitbull low key, maybe we don't want to say he's the more dynamic striker, but he might be the better striker between the two. And although he's old, that motherfucker doesn't get tired. And maybe he gets tired a little bit, but I have a feeling there's a chance where he just kind of uses striking to get closer, get in on shots, and then control Yair. And as we saw, Yair's get up game was Ortega's nice, but he wasn't able to get up,
Why do you think Josh Emmett versus
what was that?
Josh Emmett.
Yeah. What about Josh Emmett
versus what's his name?
Yair?
No, not Yair versus Pitbull.
Oh, that would be fucked. Josh Emmett will probably take his head off.
Probably, or maybe Pitbull will take his head off. Who knows?
It'd be a fun fight, right?
I know Josh Emmett
been KO'd though.
Emmett?
Yeah.
I mean, God. No. No, he got knocked out by what's his name? Jeremy Stevens.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, it was the illegal knee, but remember that one? You don't
No,
remember?
bro. I'm not, for some reason that's not coming to my head right now.
Dude, like, all right, it was a lot of controversy because I remember I was watching it at a bar, and then freaking Jeremy Stevens dropped Josh Emmett, and then he hit him with an illegal knee, but like Dominic Cruz was on the freaking commentary, and him and Stevens trained together, so he's being like biased, but nah, it wasn't an illegal knee, it was fair shot. It looks like it hit him in the face, but it didn't. But then you look at the replay, it clearly hit him in the face, and then like after he dropped him and put him on the ground, he like hit him with like a elbow and just put him out cold.
Oh God. Yeah,
I
I don't
remember
remember
that.
that. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. That was
I was
brutal.
wrong. Hey, check it. So Omar Gonzalez says, I just can't do UFC. Men wrestling on the ground, no thank you. If you want to see a violent / entertaining example, if you got here's an example of a fighter you want to go check out. He's actually fighting this weekend. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. If he has you on the ground, he's trying to kill you. And that's the type of grappling that we love. Also, there's incredibly high level wrestling exchanges like Mateusz Gamrot versus Arman Sarukian. And you throw that on and tell me that's just not entertaining. I mean, maybe for some people, but to me, that was a grappler's delight. And then, of course,
Omar,
Anthony Hernandez, check his ass out. No
Omar,
diddy.
what sport do you like, Omar? If you're not into UFC,
Probably a boxing fan, to be honest, because we got Beterbiev and Bivol in the title.
Okay, well, we'll get to that, but yeah, we respect your there's so many wars, there's so many fights. It's okay. You'll come around.
Yeah, we love boxing too. So, one of these days, I have faith you'll come around. Especially with there's a lot of striking matchups where there's minimal wrestling and minimal grappling.
Yeah, if you don't want to watch these type of wrestlers or whatever, you don't watch Bilal Muhammad. I'm just saying.
UFC is a different type of skill, though. It's mixed martial arts. You have a whole different set of tools. In boxing, obviously, you can utilize head movement, but you only have two weapons. And in the UFC, my weapons are not only my fists, elbows, knees, and feet. I can use grappling, chokes. I can break your arm. There's so many things that you can do, and that it's for me the reason I like MMA is because it's a more primal form of fighting. Obviously, sometimes it does seem more animalistic, but it is very beautiful and high level at certain points as well. And it's the closest thing to a full like one man versus another man, like to the death type shit. Like you have any way possible to win. Obviously, there are certain rules. But no, I love boxing too. I'm not hating on your opinion, but one of these days it might click and you might start enjoying it more.
Yeah, I can definitely see what he means because like sometimes MMA could be really sloppy at times, and like the guys at the top are like, for example, like Dricus Duplessis. Like if I would have shown this guy, yeah, this is the best middleweight in the world, and then you put on a fight and you just see what he does, he just like, dude, how's this dude elite? I'd just be like, I can't explain it. I don't know. He just wins. But if you show Omar a guy like Peter Yan who has great boxing, great grappling, you know what I mean? Like that's somebody he would enjoy, in my opinion. Or a guy like Max Holloway, Ilya Taporia.
Dude, the funniest thing, no matter, I have like friends who don't like combat sports, or not that they don't like it, they're not as into it. Whether it's boxing or MMA, I'm like, yo, guys, come watch this one. This right here is gonna be amazing, and it's always a dud, bro. Like I'll be like, yo, this guy Shakur, he's like one of the best guys in the world, and then he goes out there, throws one punch around the fight where he hurt his hand, so he was just one handed dodging the whole. And I'm like, and my friend was like, wait, this is supposed to be the best guy, and I was like, no, it's not usually like this, bro. And then I'm just by myself watching Bam Bam, and he's out there smoking. I'm like, I should have showed him this one, or I should have showed him Isak Cruz and Angel Fierro. And I'm just like, damn, same with the UFC, bro. It'll just be a lay and pray fest. Right when I'm telling my boys, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I swear it's not usually like this.
Dude, the thing with Shakur, like he convinced me like this first couple of fights, like, yo, I kind of like this guy, you know what I mean? And then like he started to turn into Shakira, like his hips don't lie, and he kept running around the ring. Then what's it called? He had his fight in his hometown, like New Jersey or something, bro. Like the 7th round, his own people were just straight up leaving, man.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. I remember when I asked you, hey, can you cover the boxing card with Shakur? And you're like, yeah, I can do the main event. I'm like, yeah, word, because it was a Thursday night and I had work the next morning. And then the next morning, and I'm reading all the group chat. Yo, that was one of the worst fights I ever watched in my damn life. I can't believe I stayed up all night for this shit. I was like, was it that bad? And then Rush is like texting me. He's like, yo, this guy is a fucking, I don't know what he is. Like, he's a track runner. Like, that's what he is.
Dude, I would told my boys and at that point, that was when I was still like on Shakur Stevenson, and I told my boys like, hey, come watch this fight. I'm covering it for the page. This is one of the most high level boxers in the world, and he is high level, obviously. But guys like him and Haney, they try to cash checks, or they try to write checks that their actions can't cash. I don't know what the fuck that phrase is, but they be talking like
I know what you mean.
Devin Haney's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna knock you out, and then he goes out there and dances to a decision. But then you got guys in boxing that are awesome. There's so many of them that are awesome as well.
Motherfuckers write checks with their ass that their mouth can't cash.
Yeah. Look, Nick's trying to
There
say
you
it wasn't.
go.
Nick's trying to say that jump wasn't ass, bro. That shit was horrible. The fans
me
were
know.
booing. They were leaving. That jump was
Let
terrible.
me know when I'm ready to cook.
What's his name? Shakur Stevenson landed the lowest amount of strikes in a 12-round fight for a winner ever in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. He landed like 37 strikes.
Come on, Nick, man.
He did well defensively, but that shit was not fun to watch, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be like Nick next time I go with Rush. I'm gonna be acting like Nick. Like, oh, I was with Rush. I made a stream with Rush, so I'm gonna just like be a boxer, dude. Bro, you had your shirt off last week, or hey, shout out for Cannoneer though. That was badass.
It was, but worst matches? I mean,
well, the reason it was
personally,
one of the worst matches was because that shit was underwhelming as hell. Shakur, you're doing all that talking, talking just to dance around and not even hit this motherfucker, bro. And the dude was ass. The guy he fought was not good. He didn't push the finish. He didn't show any aggression. He fought like he was scared to get hit. And that's just, I don't like watching that kind of boxing. I mean, he was elite. He was doing well defensively, but is it entertaining? Is it high level? Yes. Is it entertaining? Absolutely not.
They gotta make the ring smaller. They gotta make the ring smaller in boxing, man.
People was talking about
Floyd Mayweather. That's entertaining to me.
Yeah, but like everybody, that's the thing. Everybody wants to be the next Floyd Mayweather. These guys, like, if it wasn't for Turkey, bro, we wouldn't be here. Like, the fact that people are like, oh, boxing. No, boxing was dead, bro. Before Turkey, boxing was dead. MMA was on top. That's why ESPN was showing everything. Like, don't even get me into that, bro. Like, I get the technique, all that, but like, come on, man. MMA runs the world. Boxing's coming back only because Turkey, and he's making the best fights. And Shakur's still fucking dodging, bro. Like, you know, like, we're getting the best fights. Like, you could imagine, bro. Like, I grew up watching boxing, bro. Like, I grew up in downtown LA, dog. 3rd and New Hampshire, bro. You know, during the LA riots, 1992. We used to watch Julio Cesar Chavez, bro. There'd be like 50 people in the apartment, bro.
He said 1992. How old are you?
93, 94, 95, bro. Like, bro, these, like, I love it. Like, everybody's like, oh, boxing. Bro, you guys don't know nothing about boxing, man. That's the thing. And, like, come on, man. Don't even get me started. It's like, I get it. I love boxing, but, like, I can't compare the two. They're both great. It's like, what can you do? Like, you know, but
we need Tank and Shakur to fight so Tank can put him out, and people can stop saying Tank doesn't want to fight anybody, and people can stop saying Shakur doesn't want to fight anybody.
We can go into this all night, but
that's your boy,
I'm gonna cut it on
Mike.
I'm gonna cut it on that.
You don't think Tank smokes him?
You only root for him because he's from Maryland.
Hey, Tank smokes that boy.
He's Maryland Jack Harlow over here.
I mean, they all fight each other too in the amateurs. That's the crazy part. Like, the trainers and all that, like, they fight each other when they're young. They all know each other. They spar, you know, like, it's all business. Like, the thing about boxing, they don't have good prelims, bro. Like, Turkey was the one that started, like, building it up. But, like, come on, man. Like, we have to wait till 9 p.m. to watch Shakur Stevenson put on a masterclass, you know? So it's, there's boxers that go out there.
Stevens, like, I'll let somebody else cover the page when it comes to that. Any of the boxing fans in our group.
And we love boxing. Don't get us wrong. We all watch boxing. Like, we all be in the chat. Like, it's just that we're more MMA, more kickboxing. Omar, you gotta watch one. If you're into striking, watch One Championship. They got a kickboxing and Muay Thai, grappling. I know you're not into grappling, so you can take a piss break. But yeah, there's so many promotions out there. You know, you can't just talk about MMA as a whole.
Back to this. Canelo outshine MMA in September. Sure, probably, yeah.
I mean,
and Mayweather fought Canelo.
Is he talking about that decision that Canelo went to?
But Mayweather fought Canelo when he was on his, like, barely coming out, a little youngster, you know. And It's like
Peak
aliens
boxing,
fighting.
peak MMA. Might have to agree with Nick here. I think
Yeah.
like peak boxing is like more exciting. Like when they really had the best fight, the best, it feels like a really big deal. Like yeah, UFC can do that too, but I don't know. Something about boxing just feels
Well,
different.
boxing's
I
like
think for
baseball.
me it's a tie, bro. I like both. Like there's certain boxing events where it's like it's so intense and you're like, oh my god, and you know what's on the line. And it's the same with MMA when they got the best against the best, and it really is for all the marbles. Like for me, sometimes yeah, like I'll find myself being more excited with boxing. But when it comes to the tension of a mixed martial arts fight, that's hard to beat, man. For me, I got them neck and neck. I absolutely love both of them.
My nerves during an MMA fight are way bigger. Like I get more like, bro, I can't even breathe sometimes, and it's fine because it'll be like a random ass fight, bro. It won't even be like the main event. Just hyperventilating. Like I can't do that with boxing, bro. Like where, like not even for like a good boxing match, bro. I can't remember the last time like a boxing match had me like MMA, bro. Every fucking weekend I'm like, the asthma's gonna come back from junior high, you know.
Peak
Yeah,
Muay
when
Thai
it's
over both. I could get with this. I love the peak. I love the best Muay Thai fighters fighting each other. They don't
Muay
fuck
Thai is
around.
life. Oh,
Muay Thai is violent as fuck, so I'm all
Muay
in,
Thai is
bro.
life.
I'm all in on that. That's the best pure striking form.
That shit is brutal.
No good prelims. You're lucky I'm not on this cast food. I'll be toasting you, brother.
As long as you take your shirt off, I'll be good, bro. I don't care.
Demetrius Johnson, Adrian Moraes is legendary. One championship.
I'm always backing my boy, Mighty Mouse. You already know what the fuck going on.
That
That's
flying
my
knee was
guy.
goated. That little knee he hit him with, and they got him against the cage. God,
Yeah, bro. Because he got put out by a knee, and then he put homeboy out by a knee. That shit made me so happy. Yeah, Omar, I see the same shit, bro. When two boxers, especially, I don't know why. I knew Daniel Dubois was gonna smoke Anthony Joshua, but when I was watching that fight, I loved Daniel Dubois, and I was like, oh my god, oh god. And I mean, like I said though, I'm all in on both, bro. I watch as many boxing cards as I can. I watch every UFC event, so I'm just a glutton for the beautiful violence that is combat sports.
Speaking of boxing, you guys want to talk about Beterbiev and Bivol real quick?
Since
Yeah.
we're on the subject, we might as well, right?
Did you see the belt that they have for the
Pull it
card?
up, pull it up.
You know, I got you. It is right over here. Check out this belt.
That John is icy.
Turkey
He just-
saved, dude. Come on.
That shit is fire, bro. Look at this, bro.
Oh, it's got
Yeah.
it's got the verses on it. Let's get out of here.
Undisputed light heavyweight championship for this Saturday. I think there's Beterbiev on the side and Bivol and then Muhammad Ali. I don't know who the old guy is.
That's probably me.
Yeah, probably.
Status.
You guys are probably the same age. And then they got the wolf at the end. Like, dude, this belt is fire. I mean,
Faceless had to ruin it. SMH. Faceless said that belt ugly as hell.
Oh, come on, man.
he watches AEW, so there's already enough to say. Peak wrestling, peak MMA, peak boxing. I mean, peak MMA, peak boxing. Bro, wrestling's fake, bro.
Faces outside of the club looking in, bro. People don't know.
Yeah, he don't know.
It's
He's
an
outside
inside
the club looking in.
He's
All right, who do you
it's an
guys
inside
got?
joke.
In this rematch, Beterbiev beat Bivol the first time. Was it split decision if I'm correct, or was it a majority decision?
I think it was. They were all in favor of Beterbiev. I think.
Wait, is this Steve Wood?
Is it? Is it? Hey, that makes sense. Yeah. DW.
Yeah, Faces. I know that quote. I've seen that quote every day on the group chat. Yeah, it is Steve Wood.
Because I know the way he spelt this. I was like, nah, wait, hold on.
You already know.
Only we spell it that way.
Shout out D Wood, man. Let's go.
Fire.
Wales.
Shout out, bruv. Honestly, if I'm picking, so the only concern that I have, and Bivol is no spring chicken either, but he is a fair amount younger. Bivol or Beterbiev is getting older. This was a concern I had in the first fight. I scored the first fight 7-5 for Arthur Beterbiev. I did see a lot of people, a lot of people were not a lot. It was very, very mixed in the who people thought won that fight. And Dmitry Bivol, he looked like he was being more active, but at the same time, Beterbiev was, he was the aggressor. He was always walking Bivol down. He was landing the better shots. Like when Bivol would hit Beterbiev, he didn't respond the same as when Beterbiev hit Bivol. And you could really tell when Beterbiev was landing, it was affecting Bivol. And it was a very close fight. Like I said, 7 rounds to 5, I scored it. The age thing concerns me because the legs start to go, bruh. And it hasn't been that long since their last fight, but like I don't know. I'm just nervous about I'm nervous about Beterbiev this time around. I think he's, as he showed in the first fight, that he's better, in my opinion. He might not be as active and look like he's doing as much, but to me, it looked like he was with what he was doing more. He was pressing. And then the only times, in my opinion, that Bivol would look like he was having success was when Artur Beterbiev would stop pressing forward. And then Bivol would have some success. And then Beterbiev is now pressing forward again. And it's all one-way traffic. So as long as Artur Beterbiev presses forward and is the aggressor of the ring, I think he takes this fight on the cards.
If age was concerned, then Arthur would have slowed down in 10 to 12. Arthur by KO.
So we're gonna agree that this is gonna go all the way, right? It's going 12 rounds.
I mean, I think it could go all the way. I mean, there wasn't anything that tells me that Arthur's gonna put him down this time. Nick's saying he does. Nick makes some pretty sniper plays. I didn't take Beterbiev outright last fight. I took him by decision, and then I took him by KO. And Nick's saying here he dominated 10-12 last fight and took it on all cards. He thinks he's going to double back and get a knockout this time. I don't disagree that he's going to win the fight for sure. It's just how he's going to get it done. It's hard to say. I'm excited as fuck for this one though.
So I don't know if Omar's still in here, but this is the equivalent. If you want to watch a good MMA fight, is Islam versus Volkanovski. This is kind of the equivalent of this. So yeah, I'm excited. I think, damn, Brand, this is hard. Shit, let's go with Bivol, man. KO. Come back.
Bivol by KO? Oh, come on. Fool. The man that can't knock anybody out. He could barely knock out a fly.
He basically knocked out Canelo, but Canelo's way smaller.
I'm playing, bro. Come on, man. We know what's good. Bertit, you know what? Arthur's winning, bro. Come on. Let's not. Let's fucking stop bullshitting, man. I know he's old. But your boy Foo's old. But yeah, Arthur's gonna come out. I don't know how, but he's gonna do it, man. He'll pull it out, and then it's gonna be interesting because who are they gonna fight next?
Yeah. The winner, bro. I think if Bivol or if Beterbiev wins and he goes 2-0, he got David Benavidez, and that is a fucking interesting fight. I don't want to talk too far in the future like it's 100% chance that he's winning, but this is going to be an exciting fight. This is one of those ones that gets me a little anxious. I love Beterbiev, man, and we've been hoping for this fight for it to come a lot sooner than it did. So the fact that the rematch is actually, like after the first fight ended, I was like, man, why? So they're going to put the rematch in 2 years just so they know Beterbiev is way too old. But I'm happy that they're giving him, they gave him an ample amount of time to recover, get back in camp, but it wasn't such a massive layoff.
Faces, I need Cubans to run boxes. I need Cuban to make more sandwiches. What's everyone's pick for Ortiz Jr. versus Madrimov?
Hey, but like I said, Turkey. It wouldn't. None of this would have been possible without Turkey. So I had to take somebody from another country to say boxing. It's not. We're not talking like monopoly money. This motherfucker has stupid money.
Well, I need to put stupid money on somebody over here. Ortiz Jr. or Madrimov? I think I see Madrimov. He fought what's his name? Terrence Crawford. Oh, thanks. Yeah. And then Ortiz, I don't really know too much about Madrimov. I wish Nick was here at this moment because he would be better at breaking this down. But I know more about Virgil Ortiz because I've seen him in his last 2-3 fights, and he's been pretty exciting to me. But I don't really have a pick before this one. I don't know, D would drop your comments, see who you got. I don't know, Mike, you really familiar with these guys?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think Madrimov is the guy who just fought. Let me see. Did he just fight Madrimov? He just
Terrence
lost
Crawford,
to Terrence
right?
Crawford. Yeah. So the thing about Madrimov, that motherfucker, he's good, man. And he's a solid size fighter. He has a super awkward style. He's fighting Virgil Ortiz, who's 22-0. And I guess the way that I think about it, so if we got Madrimov, who's 10-1, and this is just me being cynical, but this is how I think boxing works. We got Virgil Ortiz, 22-0. If they go to a close decision or even, any bit close at all, you're gonna think they're gonna give the fight to the 22-0 guy, unless Madrimov really, really does something special in there. But Madrimov is good, man. He's strong, athletic. He has that super awkward style. Terrence Crawford was coming up in weight, so his power necessarily didn't translate. But I don't know too much about Virgil Ortiz. But what is D Wood? What's the odds on this for Madrimov?
He said he's at dog value right now.
I'm sure you would think he'd probably be like a plus 400.
But you know what sucks though? Is this fight getting canceled over here? Freaking Joshua Parker and freaking Daniel Dubois. Like, cause freaking what's his name? Daniel Dubois. Apparently, he had an illness. So like the other guy, Floyd Sheffield, is that his name? Or Kid Austin? He also was out with an illness too. So something's going on in the waters in fucking Saudi right now.
Oh, Madrimov is only plus 100, bro. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd probably go with the undefeated guy. But yeah, Daniel Dubois. Are you sad about this one, Phil?
Dude, I love heavyweights. So heavyweights in boxing is the only exciting ones in combat sports because everybody else sucks. Like kickboxing, MMA, they all suck at freaking. They all heavyweights suck in those freaking sports. But boxing, I get down for a heavyweight boxing fight. But Martin Bakoli stepping in, and I was talking to Rush on the phone, and he was like, yo, this is a way better fight. It's way more exciting. So, yeah, Dubois may be out, but Joseph Parker versus Martin Bakoli is a way more fun, stylistic matchup.
I felt like Dubois was free for a knockout, honestly. So that kind of blows. But, yeah, I'm not super familiar with what's the dude's name again? Bacall? What is it?
Martin Bakoli.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with him, so I was loafing on doing research about him, but I was super sad, man. When I saw that on my phone, I seen it pop up CST. Daniel Dubois out. I'm like, what? What the fuck, bro? I was so excited. Me and my boys, we just been fans of Dubois for a minute, and when he fought Usyk and they deemed that body shot a low blow, bro. I thought that was.
I didn't think it was a low blow either, bro.
He fucking beat Usyk, and then obviously he ends up getting beat. But that low blow, man. Oh look, it has my name on there right now.
Yeah, I just saw your name too.
Bro, because since that Usyk fight, we were like, yo, this kid is the truth. He's young. You can look, bro, just look at him. The way he's built, he has that big back. He's strong. And then against Anthony Joshua, they not completely discounted him in terms of boxing odds. The boxing odds be crazy as fuck. But he was a plus 350 against Anthony Joshua. And in my head, and I called my boy, I'm like, wait, bro, I don't think fucking Anthony Joshua has a chance. They got him at minus 500. And he's like, neither do I. And I'm like, all right, bet. So we just hammered Daniel Dubois money line and knockout. And he came through and he made it look pretty easy as well. He looked like a dog in there. He's young. He's hungry. So I'm sad that that's not going to be on there. But all in all, it's still a stacked card. And if Rush says it's a better matchup, fuck it.
I believe Rush. So, but here's another thing on the card. So those are it's the other heavyweight, the Chinese heavyweight, Zhang, yeah.
That's
and then Ajit Kabayeli, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but did you see the press conference?
Nah, dude, I need to check it out.
I'm about to pull it up right here. It's on their Instagram. So like apparently, like because the Chinese dude says, "I'm gonna bang you," and he's Big Bang Zhang. So here it is. Hold on. You hear it?
I bang you. No dealing.
Hey, it's fucking hilarious.
Saturday we will see he bang me or I bang him.
Oh, that guy's nasty.
I'm big
guy's nasty,
I
bro.
bang you.
I forgot he was fighting him. Holy shit.
No dealing.
That guy's hilarious.
He will bang me. Saturday we will see he bang me or I bang him.
Just look at Shakur's face. He's like,
What the fuck?
I'm big about.
dude, that shit was
Yo.
so fucking funny, bro. I seen that shit.
Damn, bro. That Ajit guy is really good, man. Fuck. How old is Big Bang Zhang now?
Dude, I think
Gotta be old.
he's got to be like 41. I'm pulling up right now. Let's see. I like how Pooh says he's taking a piss, but this dude's taking a deuce. All right, Zhang is 41 years old. He's gonna be 42 in May.
Yeah, Ajit's probably gonna smoke him, dude. What are the odds on that?
I haven't looked at any odds right
The
now.
boxing odds are crazy, but dude, that Ajit guy he's filthy. I was watching him in his last fight. Me and Nick actually turned me on to that guy. He was an underdog, and I threw a hammer down on that motherfucker. So did Nick, and I was watching the fight, and I was like, oh god, this guy is he's serious, man. I mean, obviously this is a step up in competition, but at the same time, Zhang is 42 almost. That's pretty old, man. And in boxing, you really got to rely. Like in MMA, you could be 42 and do well, but in boxing, your legs really start to go, and the inability to move because you got to do a lot of. You got to have proper footwork, even at heavyweight in boxing. I wonder what those odds are.
I'll give you a second. I'm actually pulling up. Actually, did you see? No, I'm pretty sure you didn't see any of the one championship fights.
Dude, I saw what's his name though. I saw fucking Robert Soldic.
Roberto Soldic.
Yeah, that man went retarded.
I'm trying to see if I can pull up a fight. Like trying to who's back? Who's back?
Man, not big bad. Back like bell bottoms. That's Kendrick Lamar.
Damn, bro, Ajit is only minus 150. I feel like he's like 29 years old. I don't know, man. I really lean when there's like a 10+ year age gap. I mean, it's hard to not pick Caballero with how good he looked in his last fight. Zhayli Zhang is up to as high as plus 138. Ajit Caballero as good as minus 150. I mean, that's a really closely lined fight. That's tough, man. Hey, D-Wood, who do you got, bro? Oh, he said he got to hop off.
So I wanted to show you this right here, right? Jake Peacock's performance. You know who Jake Peacock is?
No, I'm not him.
Yeah. One championship Muay Thai fighter, one arm.
Oh, I have seen this guy.
The dude is sick, bro. That's his 12th knockout.
God. He fucking him up. He's using that little tiny jump for the... He said, fuck you. Damn.
And
Dude, he's getting angles.
And then, come on, we got to put this one up. Where
Shout out to Jake Peacock, my boy Spencer, for putting me on. You know, like I've been following him and Nick Newell. I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh, did you see that one?
That was badass, bro. That was
Dude, the
badass.
Roberto Soldic one was probably one of the nastiest knockouts I've ever seen in my life.
When y'all started texting in the group chat talking about blah, 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 he caught a body, whatever, I was at work. I immediately got on my phone and searched his name on Twitter, and I seen that. I was like, oh, my God.
Dude, that's definitely knockout of the year, bro.
Bro,
That was like one of
I told
the...
you I quit the job and they called me yesterday, but like, hey, can you come in like for today? Like they're like, can you come in tomorrow? Like, I'm like, bro, I quit. Like, what the fuck? Like, hell no, I'm not missing this card, dude. That shit was so dope, especially that knockout. Fuck, man, that was so beautiful.
You know, peep the graphic. You know what I'm saying? Dude, just look at it. Like, dude, he literally face planted his ass. And then, like, the dude got up, like, ready to fight. And Roberto Soldic had to tell him that I knocked you out. You know what I mean? Had to describe it to him. He's like, bro, like in Russian, like, bro, I knocked you out.
He only hit him once after. So there was like a little conspiracy. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the fight. Like, he got knocked out. So he's like coming up to Roberto, like, what the fuck? Like, all his team, like, because he hit him after. But if you see it in slow motion, he knocks him out with the left hook. Dude falls out, and then he comes back. He only hits him once, you know.
Well, it's because he was like crawling on top of him. He was like crawling on top of him, and like even I was like, what the fuck is he on him like that so long for? It was only like 3 seconds, but like he was really trying to get to him, and the ref's like, hey, yo, get the fuck on. Yeah, bro, he was really trying to get. I would have been pissed too, but I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
But it was only one punch. Obviously, it looked like weird because like he kept with the ref. You see the ref was on his back and shit. And I mean,
You want to see some other crazy news today that Ariel broke today?
crazy with a capital K.
Please don't. This dude, right, Ilay Barzilay, he's an Israeli MMA fighter, right? And he's gonna grapple Bryce Mitchell for Karate Combat Pit Submission Series next week. Remember when Bryce Mitchell was saying that crazy stuff about Jewish people and Hitler and all that?
This seems like a problem, though. I feel like
This is where the sport is going, my boys.
This is like when Ukraine and Russia are having their issues. When they were about to put fucking Ihor Poteria against Sharabullet, and I'm like, bro, that matchmaking is just problematic. And now you got this guy who's outwardly speak. I mean, although I believe Bryce Mitchell, I know he definitely is homophobic. He's crazy, and I think a lot of his hatred comes from ignorance. I'm not trying to give him a pass.
He's not crazy. He's
retarded.
Uneducated.
This person's
He's
retarded.
uneducated. He has a college degree from Arkansas, bro.
Yeah,
he's uneducated.
Either way, he's an idiot. And basically, you got the guy they're calling him neo-Nazi. Like, he likes Hitler, and now you're giving him like an Israeli guy, a Jewish person. That's problematic, especially if Bryce goes out there and smokes him, and then it's like, oh, we didn't get justice, and now he just fucked up this Jewish guy, and it's just like, this is just such a problematic discourse in combat sports at the moment.
I don't know if I really like this, just because, like you said, it's gonna be problematic, and like these dudes want to, especially the Israeli guy, he definitely wants to hurt Bryce, and you guys are grappling, like.
What's he gonna do? I guess he could just choke him out too late. But Bryce is pretty nice at jiu-jitsu, like sports wise.
Yeah, Bryce.
Yeah, but like
Bryce Mitchell is not gonna accept anything else than a fucking grappling match at this point because everybody wants to fucking rip his head off.
Like, bro, like, I don't know, like, you can't like talk shit and get all like. I don't. Like, here's the thing about the grappling world. I cannot take you serious. Like, I cannot take a grappling match serious. Oh, this heat, they're building this fight up. Oh, this grappling matchup, I like to say. And then once they get inside, they're gonna pull guard. You know what I mean?
And then it's also at 180 pounds. So if they're going at 180 pounds, Bryce Mitchell probably walks around at 170, maybe 165. And so I'm assuming this guy is bigger, and that's why. So they're just putting this. Oh yeah, let's have this big Jewish guy go against the guy who is praising Hitler. That'll bring in views. And I like Karate Combat, but they were like, oh, this.
Yeah, you know what they're doing with this one.
Exactly.
Like,
come on, man. You know what they're gonna be doing the whole match? I'm gonna spoiler alert. This is what I'm gonna be doing next to each other's ears for fucking how many breathing over each other's ears, bro. Grappling. Come on, man.
You had Natan Levy trying to fight him too.
Dude, I'm wearing headphones and so I can just hear you moaning mad loud, bro.
Yeah. Fu was doing ASMR, bro. Nick says heel hooks.
Oh shit, but dude, like
no, but that's grappling. Obviously, like grappling.
I just feel like this match is gonna end in disqualification. Like it's gonna be a fight right after. As soon as whoever taps out first or whatever the match is over, somebody's swinging on each other. It's most likely the Israeli dude.
I was about to say, I feel like if Bryce loses, he'll be straight. But I feel like if this guy loses with the hatred he believes that Bryce Mitchell's harboring, he's not gonna take it. He's gonna be like, oh, you tapped me out. All right, fuck it, we'll fight. And then, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be all class, but it just seems like they're like this is like a major instigating of a very delicate issue going on in terms of like all this crazy shit. That's, I don't know.
Who's behind it on Karate Combat? Come on.
I don't know, man. You got Prez over here calling out one championship. He called out.
Prez is gonna slide this fool a fucking shank, and he's gonna fucking. Next thing you know, we're gonna get a live shanking on YouTube on the pit. Someone's gonna get shanked in the neck, bro.
For me,
it's crazy, dude.
This is what the fight business is. You know what I mean? You promote the biggest fight the best way you can. Controversy always makes the best fights, I guess.
And it's real news. Like obviously, like it's stuff that's correlating with the world. Obviously, so it attracts stuff. It's better than fake news. I'll tell you that. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, I don't.
It's definitely gonna make some headlines. Like,
well, the fact Dana allowed it, so I mean that shit already. Does Dana not have a word to what these fools do outside?
I don't know. I understand the business side of this, so I don't really hate it as much, but like I get it. You know what I mean? But I'm just not a fan of it. We'll leave it as that. But I mean, let's get into the UFC card finally.
Yes.
We'll go to this one right here, baby. UFC Seattle. This card, let me count how many freaking cancellations it had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cancellations.
That's crazy.
You know, I had this card pretty high. Like I had it like, I'm not gonna lie, like probably like a 9 out of 10 just for like a free card in Seattle. I mean, if we look at the cancellations right here, can you guys see
it's
that?
still good. It's still good, bro. Like, I mean, obviously.
It's a good card, but yeah, the cancellations are unfortunate.
Yeah, it was horrible, bro. Curse
Dude.
card.
I'm a big Dominic Cruz fan, so I was kind of bummed out. And I'm Rob Font fan too. So like he's from New England, so like two of my guys fighting. And then like Curtis, like I was actually interested in this fight. Curtis Blades versus Rizvan. But that fight got moved to 313, I believe, because I don't think they had enough fights for that card. So it wasn't like canceled due to an injury, it was just rescheduled. Islam Dulatov was gonna make his debut. Edson Barboza, Steve Garcia, like, come on, guys, like, really?
Yeah, honestly, I forgot about Steve Garcia, dude. Fuck, that would have. It sucks because I didn't want to see Edson Barboza go to sleep, but yeah, I think they gotta rematch that. I don't think Edson should fight Steve, but yeah,
He's a good test for Steve Garcia. I like it. I think Steve Garcia wins that too, but Edson Barboza's live. Edson Barboza could chin Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia is susceptible to getting slapped by well-placed shots.
stop it.
Dude, I was so bummed out about that fight.
What it is? He got put the fuck out by Mahashate.
Yeah, but come on, man.
I think that was a lightweight though. Like to be fair,
Bro,
like
it was that lightweight, but same time it was a technically like sound shot that he didn't see coming. And Edson Barboza's fast, man, and he has enough power to put somebody down.
I'm pretty sure that
he gets lower every day, like me.
I'm pretty sure he showed up in that fight on short notice, if I'm correct.
But he got slept.
And then he kind of just went
I
balls.
love Steve Garcia, all right, and I think he wins. I'm just saying it's not like a matchup where it's like, oh,
No, yeah, no, obviously,
you know.
No, we know the matchmakers in the UFC cook, bro. Let's not lie. People talk shit about like pay everything, but the matchmakers have been fucking feeding us for the last 2-3 years for what they've had.
You're such an ass kisser. Every stream I do with you, just like, man, UFC, no matter what, matchmakers always do a good job. This card's gonna be fire. I don't care how trash it is.
I am an interviewer. Hey, I am an interviewer. I have to lock this in.
I think
guess
the card's
so.
still pretty good though, guys. I'm excited about this card for sure.
I'm excited too, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah, this is a good card still, regardless. Like, I guess Chiesa and I think Garimbo, he only got all that hype because The Rock really put him on. Other than that, he's just another Apex fighter.
Weren't people talking shit about him? Like, wasn't there like a big conspiracy about that fool?
Yeah, apparently. I'm not super familiar with it, but I think
thought I don't really try to get it. You know?
I don't really get into that stuff. Like, I kind of just stay away from most of that stuff.
Seems like a cool guy to me.
Yeah, I mean, he has a cool story with The Rock, I guess, but it's Chiesa's home state of Washington. I think Chiesa's gonna get it done probably early, to be honest. Like maybe get a submission in.
What about Chidi, bro? We're not gonna talk about Chidi.
Chidi's washed, so we can move on from that.
Fuck no. Hey, he dropped out to 170, man. Come on.
Wait, these ones are all canceled though. The Garimbo Kiesa's not happening, right?
This is from January. I haven't got an updated one. I'll pull up an updated one.
Yeah, I was about to say because Chidi's not fighting on it anymore. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
Was Chidi on the March card or what? Oh, Chidi's on the March card.
Yeah, this
March
is
15?
like the new card is almost like completely different than the one that was up there.
Yeah, I got it right over here now.
Bro, I'm looking at Bukaskas and Cerquera, bro.
Yeah.
Where are we starting?
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this card is completely fucking different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like we just went to the next card, but we didn't. We just had over 7.
I just saw Chidi's face. I'm like, we're not gonna talk about Chidi. I didn't even know the date, bro. I was just like, fuck. I train with Chidi, bro. That fool hits like a fucking I don't even know what he hits like, but these fools, him, Lorenz Larkin, bro. Hey, man, Fuck, dude, the Chidi brothers, then Jokoani brothers, and Lawrence. God damn. But yeah, he's not fighting, so let's move along.
Modestus Bukakis. I can never say his name. I'm so bad. Bukakis?
Modestus Bukauskas.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to have to lead this one. Because
We got Modestus Bukauskas versus Rafael Sequeira, I think. I'm gonna go with Modestus. That's my guy. I'm trying to get an interview with him soon. Maybe
You killed
something.
it. Phil had it good too, man. What do you mean, Phil? Come on, man. You had it.
had
But yeah,
what?
his name, you had it right, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
you
to. I'm gonna go with Modestus in this fight. He's well rounded. He can use wrestling if necessary, as we saw in his last fight. He was doing a solid job against Pragnell in the striking department. Pragnell is a tricky striker. He was able to, he got hurt as well. He faced adversity. In Sequeira, he might be a dangerous striker, but at the same time, I feel like he's not necessarily UFC level. Not as like a cop out from having to explain why. He's a striker, and I think Modestus is well rounded enough and intelligent enough. One thing about Bukauskas, I'll give him this: I believe he has a good IQ for fighting, and if he goes and he sees a realistic path to victory, if it involves wrestling, he will go to that realistic game plan. And I think he's going to wrestle, and I think he's going to either win a decision or potentially find another submission.
Who?
I feel like it's a puncher's chance, like obviously, but I got a Modestas. I got Modestas. He's like my boy Mick said, you see the difference. It is what it is. I feel like Rafael has a puncher's chance, but not. It'll be we got Modestas by I don't know, TKO or.
God, he's minus 285.
Who Modestas is?
That's a little bit crazy, but him by submission plus 650. He got his first sub last time out.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, we're rocking with Modestas on this side. I don't know what he's gonna do, but shit, let's do sub, man. Let's do what are we doing?
If I would ask me for my pick, I'm gonna go with Modelo because his name sounds like Modelo.
The fighting spirit, my boy.
So we're gonna go with Modelo. Because I'll be honest, I haven't really paid attention too much with his UFC card. You know me. I'm the one championship guy in this group chat, man. Mike's the UFC guy and Fool's just the OG. He's the
I'm the bare knuckle dude.
Yeah, he's the bare knuckle guy. So, like I said, Combat Sports today, we all have our own things that we cover. So, if it was a one championship card, I've been better at breaking this down. But there's so much UFC every weekend, like I can never keep up anymore. Especially with one being every Friday and UFC being every Saturday. But we'll go with Modelo.
I'm gonna quote you on that, by the way. I'm gonna quote you on that.
And then next up, we got Nursultan Ruziboyev and Aaron McConaughey. I don't know too much about McConaughey. He trains with some decent people, but he's 34 years old, coming in, debuting against dangerous, lengthy. At this point, UFC. I don't want to say mainstay, but he's had some fights in the UFC now. He's comfortable. He's been up and down. He recently lost to Joaquin Buckley at 170, but Ruziboyev, he has good submission game. He has good striking. He's tall. I'm just going with him based on youth. He's bigger, and I think that he's more experienced overall. So, and McConaughey's coming out on short notice too. So it's like, I don't know, bro. I'm not going to put much stock into that one either, though. Ruziboyev is only a minus 278, which is interesting. That's interesting. For some reason, I would have thought they would have had him at like 5-1 odds.
Who?
So he's from Tough Enough. So he's I see these promotions already. Like you see so many promotions where you fight for, you're gonna get into the UFC no matter what. If somebody gets called out, So Tough Enough is not one of the strongest promotions in the regional scene. I get it; they're in Vegas, but I mean, you have Fury, you have Lights Out. There's better athletes out there, so I just see North. What's his name?
Nursultan.
Nursultan. I didn't want to butcher that.
I'm gonna call him Nesquik. So
Modelo and Nesquik. See, it's a drink. It's a drink chat. Yeah, no, it's a mismatch. I get it. Like, but I mean, the odds are crazy. So Mick brought that up. Yeah, Misfits boxing, bro.
Yeah,
Not
this is
Misfits.
Misfits Boxings, man. Not the
Not
band. I
playing
don't know
the-
what you guys. Not the guy. I don't know what you guys talking about. To be
We're
honest,
Misfits boxing. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about Eric, but I know Tough Enough, and Tough Enough is. I get it. They're coming up now because they changed their matchmaker. But yeah, I mean, last minute somebody from Vegas. I don't know where he trains out of, but yeah, I got Nursultan.
All right, quick. What are you guys taking?
Rudy Boya, for sure.
Yeah, Rusboyev. 100%.
Yeah, I'm going Nesquik. We'll move on to the next one.
Nes-
Austin
Modelo
Vanderford.
Nesquik. Ooh,
Dude,
slap
I don't
leaf.
know what's up. Dude, these names are fucking horrendous. Like, I am not gonna say any of these names.
We got
I'm literally
Austin,
waiting.
We got
Like-
Austin Vandiker, Vanderford
Vandiker.
versus Nikolai Veretinikov. How did I say Vandiker, bro? I don't know. Yeah, I seen that's Paige Van Zant's boyfriend, huh?
Husband.
Yeah, that's her hubby. That's her OnlyFans partner. I mean, Veretinikov is not that bad. His record is 12-5, but I feel like, I mean, I don't even know. I didn't do any research on Vanderford and how active he's been, but
He
I
just
feel
won
like
on he just won in his last LFA fight. Like, he made his
That was a good
debut.
fight.
Veretinikov recently fought Danny Barlow, did he not? I feel like he was putting up a pretty good fight against Danny Barlow.
You see, here's the issue about this card. This card was so put together last minute. Like, if we look at the first fight, I think it might have been the first or second fight. I don't think Modelo was on this card, I believe. I think they just threw him on like 2 weeks. Dude, Nesquik over here was put on last week. Vanderford just signed earlier this week, you know?
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, bro, I can't. There's too much to keep up with. Like, Vanderford is like, I think he's okay. He fought for the Bellator middleweight title, but he got absolutely smoked in a minute.
I mean, it's better than fights getting canceled, but I mean, who are we calling up? Like, there's better. Obviously, like, I don't want to hate because I want to get Austin. No, I don't want to get Austin. I want to get Paige Van Sant interview, but so I don't want to knock that off. I'm playing. It's hard, man. Like, it's hard. It's hard because, like, you know, like, there's so many people, like, especially us, like, combat sports today. We cover everything. Fury. I've named them all. So you see these. I didn't even want to, bro. Like, these motherfuckers made me watch, like, people coming up. So I see better fighters. Like, bro, everybody. Like, I see these guys that are better than people, but these people still deserve a shot because they're fighters, you know. But we'll get there one day.
I'm probably gonna go with because we ain't got nothing to say about this fight. I'm gonna just go with Nikolai Veretinikov based on what I seen him do recently in the UFC against a talented opponent. Not that he was winning or anything, but he did well against a very dangerous fighter, and I think a fighter who would put Vanderford out as well. They're both -110, so the sports books, they think it's a close fight. I'm gonna just go with Veretinikov and his pressure to win the fight.
I'm gonna go with you, man. Like, Vanderford, I've seen him in Bellator. I think he lost to guys like Aaron Jeffries, and I'm just like, I'm not that high on that guy at all. And he's coming in at a catchweight. I think it's 180 if I'm correct. Not too. I was never that high on Austin Vanderford, so I'm gonna go rock with you, Nick. I'm assuming the same thing for you, Fu.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not with the Slap League gimmick. Obviously, he's there because his wife is fighting for Slap League, and so whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, we're all rocking with. But what is it, Mick? Mick's our translator tonight. But
Mick. We got Ricky Simone and Javid Basharat. And this is a tough one, bro.
This is tough, bro.
So the odds on this fight, we got Ricky Simone at +180 and Javid Basharat at -218. I was hoping that Ricky Simone will be a bigger underdog, just because I feel like he has a legit path here. Javid Basharat has good takedown defense. He's a rangy striker. He moves around a lot. He's hard to hit, but at the same time, Ricky Simone's a dog, man, and I feel like he's on a 3-fight losing streak as well. Like, it's hard to pick Ricky Simone here. But Basharat didn't look, he looked all right, I guess, against Ayman Zahabi. It was a real tough fight where he was a huge underdog or a huge favorite, and he just didn't deliver. And Ricky Simone has dog in him, man. This is a tough one to pick. Like, I want to pick Ricky Simone, but I feel like they're, most likely outcome, Javid Basharat kind of keeps his distance, manages to stay away from the takedowns, defends one here and there, pops back up if he gets taken down, and wins a decision. But just because, I'm gonna just go fuck it, let's go USA. Let me rock with Ricky Simone, even though I would not advise betting on him necessarily.
Dude, I can't pick Ricky Simone. This dude's lost me money so many times. Every time I bet on him or bet against him, he always just beats me or he loses. So Javi Bashara is coming off his first loss too, and Ricky Simone's on Tapology. It says 4 fight lose streak, but one of them was a grappling match. He's up. Oh, I'm counting the grappling match too. Yeah. So he got heel hooked in like the first minute or two. So I don't know, man. I don't know if Ricky's motivation is still there, to be honest. Like, who did he lose to? Like, he lost against Song Yudong. All right, he got knocked out by him. Mario Bautista, okay. And Vinicius Oliveira.
Those are 3 good-ass fighters, bro.
I know, bro. Like,
so I know who I'm betting on. I know who I'm betting on this weekend. If you guys don't know, he was born in Vancouver.
Who?
Ricky Simone.
Oh, so he's Canadian. All right, I got Javid Basharat.
Yeah, we're going Javid, man. We ain't got no fake Americans
over
here.
He's fighting out of fucking Vancouver.
Fuck that. USA versus Canada hockey game is on right now. I'm going with Javid Basharat.
Basharat, baby. We ain't no fake Canadians. I mean, fake Americans.
So, like, if you guys don't know about, like, geography, Vancouver, Seattle are like this.
All right, fool. Oh man, we ain't here for geography, bro. We here to break down.
No, Seattle and Vancouver are like this. It's faceless. Did I just get faceless?
Oh, that was good. That was good. All right, the second one geeked me. All right,
no, but it's
I hurt my neck lifting,
I'm betting the house on fucking on Ricky Simone because he's fighting literally where he trains at. So it's a good fight for him. I think it's a good fight. I'm not a big believer of the Basharat brothers, but whatever, you guys are.
I'm not either, bro.
I'm not either.
I wanted
think
to
they're so boring.
Simone, you told me he was Canadian. You told me he was Canadian, so now I'm like, nah, fuck that. USA versus Canada is on. I'm not rocking.
I'm Mexican, bro. Fuck.
I like Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican American. All right, next fight. Nick Klein. Right, you can say this one.
Mansour Abdul Malik. This one's tough, bro, because I actually think Nick Klein's pretty good. And, he's stepping in on short notice. And it's just, you can just look at the physique. Nick Klein's, tall, lanky. Mansour Abdul Malik is a vicious wrestler. I mean, this guy has power in his hands. He has, if I'm not mistaken, he has some credentialed wrestling as well. He's a freak athlete. I do think Nick Klein is decent, and he has a good submission game. He's pretty solid. But at this point, I got to go with Mansour Abdul Malik. If I had to guess, he's probably minus 500. What is it? He's minus 1,200. Yeah, unfortunately for Nick Klein, stepping on short notice, the UFC will respect it, but I'm pretty sure he's about to get absolutely mauled.
Wasn't he a short notice on his Dana White Contender Series fight?
Yeah, and he won. He turned up in that joint. And but this guy that he's fighting is a bull, man.
He turned to Dana. He runs up to Dana and goes, "John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time."
That's
and that's when he secured himself a contract.
And he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying.
They ain't do him no favors here, though. I'll tell you that.
Minus 1,200.
I mean, Mansour Abdul Malik the only thing I can see happening here, if he doesn't absolutely starch him with a heavy shot on the feet, he's going to get him onto the ground and he's going to elbow his face in. And I feel bad because I like Nick Klein. And I would love to see Nick Klein win, but
he's a Maryland boy.
Mansour?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a dog, man. But I want to, Nick Klein's not going to win. That's why I say I would like to see him win, just because it would be in my head and in the sportsbook head, it would be an insane thing for him to win. I just do not see a path to victory for him.
You know what's crazy, dude? His record's pretty sus too. Like his first 4 fights, it's like the guys are like, oh, okay. Obviously, his first 3 fights is gonna be like 0-0, 0-1, whatever, and then it's like 2-5, 2-2, 1-0. And then when he gets to the Contender Series, dude, he beats Wes Schultz, good win for him. And then he knocks out Dusko Todorovic. He was supposed to fight Antonio Tricoli, which is Mackenzie Dern's man's, but Nick Klein on short notice. He was shout out to the Bench Burner boys. They interviewed him not too long ago.
Put $5 on that boy. Because you never know. It's a sport, man.
Yeah, honestly,
This sport, he's one of the guys that might like Unasi. She was like one of the biggest fucking underdogs, So
Yeah, but it's the same shit as like Mansour Abdulmalik. Yeah, his record isn't great in terms of some of the guys he's faced, but they're both 7 fights into their career,
exactly. So I'm not gonna hold too much weight on that. I mean, I do like big odds like that because I like to sprinkle a little bit of money on it. I throw like $5 to $10 on Nick Klein. You never know. Anything can happen.
That would be crazy.
Because
you know how I rock. You know how I rock with my Maryland boys.
But look, if you're gonna bet this, like, you might as well just bet the underdog, or I don't know what the over and under props are. If they have that yet, but yeah. If you would have asked me to pick one fighter on the bet, I might as well just bet the underdog because, like, I'm not gonna win nothing betting on minus 1,200.
Hey, low key, this is a good fight.
But if you ask me to pick somebody, the guy that's minus 1,200.
Yeah.
So that's the pick for that one. We can go to the next one. Mike, you can say these names again.
We got Andre Fili versus Melquizael Costa. Melquizael Costa is actually he's my vitiligo, bro. Crazy enough, when I was 15 years old, bro, I had these marks on my body that were pale white, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I ended up going to Johns Hopkins Hospital, and I had some tests done, and they ended up telling me I have vitiligo, and I was like, I started crying because I was a kid, and I was like, because I knew what it could happen all over my body. And bro, the worst part, so at first, before I started crying, I was like, oh my God, so is it gonna spread all over my body? And the doctors looked at me and they were like, it could stay the way it is for the rest of your life, or within the span of a year it could cover your whole body. And I was like, I was over there crying, bro. But I mean, it's not, aside from the no pigment and the risk of skin cancer, it's not crazy. I mean, that's pretty crazy. But Melquizael Costa, I got to rock with my boy. Even though this is a tough matchup, let me pull up the odds. We got Andre Fili at a plus 100, Melquizael Costa at minus 120. If I'm not mistaken, Andre Fili was a minus 200 favorite at one point. And this is a hard fight to pick, What do you guys think?
I think it's gonna be a split. It's gonna be a split decision. It's gonna come up to the judges and let the best man win, man. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be a split. I'll tell you that right now.
It's funny enough, every time I see Andre Fili fight, I always tell my boy, he's like, yo, should I bet Fili or not? I'm like, go look at his record and then go check if he's coming off a loss or a win, because he's the most inconsistent fighter in the UFC. It's win-loss, 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 win-loss. I swear to God, look at his record right now. So he's coming off a win. So that means he's going to lose this fight. And it has been working since... It's been working since 2020, October 31st on Halloween for me.
Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah. And to be fair, he's going up against a tough competitor, Melquizael Costa. I feel like to beat Melquizael Costa, and Andre Fili does have good hands and he's very fast, but I feel like Andre Fili, in order to beat him, is going to really need to hurt him. Like, he's going to have to hurt him on the feet, because that's when Costa starts to let up a bit. Obviously, that's in any matchup, but Melquizael Costa does not really slow down. You have to, earn the respect. And I feel like he'll be able to, do his own, justice striking. And, if I had to guess, I would think he's going to try to grapple and look for a submission here. Yeah. And Andre Fili's good, but I mean,
he's 34, bro.
I rate Melquizael Costa pretty highly. A lot of people are hit or miss on him. Some people think highly, some people don't. But I am one of those who does think he's very good, and I think he has a decently high ceiling.
Dude, Andre Fili is like one of those like OG team alpha male guys. And, like,
big
he's been there.
booty Latinas. Remember Andre Fili said that in his post conference? He's like, what do you like? He's like, I like big booty Latinas.
Yeah. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Hold up. I got you. I need to take a quick break real quick.
Same.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back, guys.
Yo.
Yo.
All right. We'll wait till food gets back. I think Uncle's drunk. But we'll move on to the next one. I'll go with Costa for this one. I ain't gonna lie. This one right here, this is my main event right here. This is my main event. Ion Cutelaba versus Ibo Aslan. What do you think about this one?
So this one is interesting, man. Ibo Aslan, obviously, large, powerful striker, and then you got Ion Cutelaba, who is pretty inconsistent in his own right. After we're just talking about Andre Fili, and I mean, I could see him getting knocked out in round one, but at the same time, I definitely see a world where Iancu Talaba, because he wrestles, man. So I don't think he's just going to sit there and stand with Ibo Aslan, and maybe he will for a short amount of time. But I feel like he can potentially wrestle him, get him down, and cause some violence down there. This one's tough. Let me pull up the odds on this one. Iancu Talaba is plus 150, Ibo Aslan minus 180, and I'm just gonna go with Iwan Kutalaba. Fuck it, bro.
Think so? Well, actually, no. Here's my thing, right? The reason why this is my main event because these are like two of the saltiest strikers I've ever seen in my life, and then these guys, I think they can put like a fight in the night type pace. They're just gonna come out swinging at each other, unless freaking Ion Kutalaba decides to use his wrestling and everything for this match. Like Ibo, like he trains with Gokhan Saki, right? But the thing is, he fights like a dumber version of Gokhan Saki. He just swings a Hail Mary. And then, like, one of his losses is Anton Chikoli, and that's like a huge red flag to me. If you lose to the Pleasure Man.
To be fair, he's not that bad. Anton Turkali, he's not with the promotion anymore, but I thought he was kind of decent, man. He did well against a few solid fighters. Obviously, not well enough to win, but Anton Turkali's not that bad. I feel like he's a strong, good chin, decently well rounded. So it's not that crazy of an L. I think, kind of.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really have high stocks in both of these guys. I guess Ibo you can kind of build a little bit, but I don't know. Like I haven't really been too impressed with him. Yeah, he's been in some fun fights. Like he knocked out a couple guys and all that. I think he had that. He came through the Contender Series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been keeping an eye on him. He's like, yeah, he's a heavy hitter, but like if he doesn't knock you out, he kind of tends to gas out a little bit. And Eon definitely has a better, in my opinion, better cardio than him. They both aren't that great. I think I'm gonna go with Eon Cutelabe.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my pick on that one. And then we could just scroll up to the next one. Alonzo Menafield and Julius Walker. Let me get food back in real quick. All right. This is your boy.
I got Ebo. Gotta go with the puncher's chance, man.
All right.
I got
you picking Ebo?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, Fu. This is too good of an opportunity to take it. Julius Walker and Alonzo Menafield.
Hey.
Mike, this is your guy. Shout out to Julius Walker. He follows me on Twitter too.
Yeah, bro. I'm rocking with Julius Walker, especially after he gets his short notice UFC debut win. We'll have him on with CST, chop it up with him, do a little interview. So I'm excited. I really want him to win. We're CST's backing him heavy. He is relatively inexperienced. He does have some amateur fights under his belt. 6-0 professionally, and he's fighting a guy who I do not necessarily trust the IQ of. Alonzo Menafield has showed instances of a solid level. I don't want to say high level, but he's a serviceable fighter in the light heavyweight division. But there's been times where I've seen some of his decision making, and I'm just like, how could that possibly ever run through your mind to do? And although he does have a lot of power, I think Julius Walker might be able to mix it up, kind of get away from, the bombs, implement some wrestling, just kind of mix the martial arts on him. And he's young. He's 6'4". He's got a long reach as well. I believe 81-inch reach. I think he's definitely a very solid athlete. And you know, if his fight IQ backs up, I think he should be able to potentially win a decision or even find a knockout or submission over Alonzo Menifield. He's 6-0 with a 100% finish rate, 4 knockouts, 2 submissions. And you know, I'm really backing. I'm backing the young fighter, 25-year-old against a 37-year-old. It is a short notice debut, which is concerning against a veteran. But I'm gonna rock with Julius Walker. You already know.
The thing is with Alonzo Menifield, dude, I can never trust this man. Like, he's the worst person to bet on, in my opinion, especially on this card.
And he's favorite.
Oh yeah, the odds, bro. Julius Walker is a plus 200. He was a plus 180 earlier. Plus 200 underdog to Alonzo Menifield minus 245.
Yeah, to be honest, like Alonzo Menifield, like I can't trust him at all to ever bet on him because, like, I remember he ruined my parlay one time. Yeah, this is like one of my downfalls of gambling. Like me, like pushing me to stop gambling, to be honest, because of him. He had that fight with Justin Jacoby, right? Justin Jacoby was a minus 236 favorite, I believe, at the time. And then I had the knockout prop on it as well. I think the knockout prop was like plus 200 or something like that. And then Alonzo Menifield just shows up that night and freaking just whoops fucking Dustin Jacoby's ass that night. and then the next fight, right? He fights freaking Carlos Ulberg and he gets knocked out in 12 seconds. Bro, I was disgusted. I was so sick of this man. I mean, for personal reasons, I'm just gonna pick against him. I'm rock with Julius Walker. Follows me on Twitter. Shout out to him. I'm rooting for him. He has a couple wins over some solid veterans, I believe. Because I remember he put a tweet out, and then he was like, "Yo, like, why is nobody? I beat a former Glory fighter. I beat a former LFA fighter. If I'm gonna pull it up.
He might have beat a former UFC fighter too. If I'm not mistaken. I think he has a win over a UFC, a guy who was in the.
So
UFC
he beat Bevon Lewis, the guy that fought Uriah Hall. You remember him?
Yeah.
Uriah Hall knocked him out in the third round. Myron Dennis is a former Glory fighter. So he's got some decent names on his resume. I mean, he beat a former UFC fighter in the first round, so that already looks good. And then he beat a former Glory kickboxer, and Myron Dennis, and he's 2011, so he's very experienced as well. So I think this is a good dog shot, to be honest. Like, I think Julius Walker could get it done.
Inside the distance?
Inside the distance? I don't think he finished Alonzo Menifield unless, like I said, it depends which Alonzo Menifield shows up. Is he going to show up like the one that fought Carlos Ulberg or the one that freaking beat Justin Jacoby's ass?
Right.
So, I don't know. If he comes out looking like the way he bought Justin Jacoby, then yeah, I'm gonna pick him. But like, I just don't know. He's so inconsistent for me to pick. So I think Julius Walker is a real deal. So I think Julius Walker. I think he's gonna edge out maybe a split decision.
Alrighty. Hey, we rocking with Julius.
Yeah, hell yeah. Rocking with Julius.
All right,
Let's go, Jews. Free Palestine.
All right. The people's main event. Gene Silva. Mike, you say that name.
Nelson Bagdasarian.
Dude, you said that with ease, bro. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Who do you got, Mike?
I like Melsick. My buddy, Spooky,
Thank
who
you.
was in here recently. He was like, dude, John Silva should be looking towards the rankings. Like, why? How is he about to beat up Drew Dober? And then he's just fighting this guy who, you know, isn't even close to the rankings. And the reason I think so, you know, he's coming back down to featherweight. Melsick Bagdasarian, although he is not highly ranked, he is a very good striker. You know, he got submitted by Josh Cooleybow, but you know,
that was a hiccup though. I think that was a hiccup. Like that was like he just made a quick mistake, and then like he just
snatched his neck fast as shit. But
yeah,
but this is gonna be a striking versus striking match. I mean, John Silva can mix it up, but Bagdasarian has decent takedown defense. He's a great striker in my opinion.
And he kicks like a fucking mule.
Yeah. But the thing is, boys, John Silva's him. This guy's coming for the belt, bro. So
do the thing. Do the glasses. Do the glasses. Come on, do it. I can't do it. There you go.
I can't do that. I'll break my arms. John Silva's coming for that belt, bro. I'm telling you, 2026, John Silva's coming for that belt. And I don't think Melsik Baghdasaryan is going to be the guy to stop him. If he is, I will be shocked. I'm not sure if John Silva will be able to finish him, but I will not be surprised if he does. And I think the odds are actually pretty insane.
What's the submission props?
John Silva's minus 500 to Melsik Baghdasaryan plus 380. Submission props for John Silva, we have plus 650. Knockout is minus 110.
Okay, what is how many submissions does John Silva have?
Let me peep.
No, Melsik is he's the best fighter coming out of GFC, I'll tell you that.
He has 2 submissions. He has 11 knockouts, 2 submissions, and 1 decision victory.
I feel like he doesn't want to stand up with a guy like Melsik, but then again, like he stood up with Drew Dober.
And he has a chin, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't stand with Melsik, bro. Fuck, dude. I've seen that fool fight live, actually, dude, because of the Glendale Fight Club, when they were coming up, that fucker kicks hard, bro. You could hear it all over the auditorium, bro. But
I can really see.
Hey, but the fighting nerds are here to stay, right? I mean, this
the fighting nerds are on fire right now.
This could literally, do you think this could literally make and break them, or no? Or like they'll move on?
John Silva's gonna go out there and comfortably win this fight. I'll be shocked. And I think Melsik's good, man. I think Melsik is better than people are giving him credit for this week. But like I said, bro, like he's like Carlos Prates. These guys are damn, bro. Like.
And he's coming off an injury, Melsik is, so like he's got a layoff, and
he hasn't fought in a while.
And the thing about Silva, people it's not that he's fighting back. People don't want to fight this motherfucker. That's the thing.
Since Melsik last fought, I believe John Silva has 3 fights in the UFC. Wins over Weston Wilson, Drew Dober, and Charles Jourdain, which outside of Weston Wilson, Charles Jourdain putting him out like that and, knocking out Drew Dober or TKOing Drew Dober is very impressive, a weight class up.
John Silva, you're an honorary Team USA member for knocking out Jourdain. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Even though I love Charles Jourdain, man.
He's a warrior.
Right now, while the game's on, fuck that.
Right. I guess I'll go with my pick. I do go with the hottest team in MMA right now, which is the Fighting Nerds. So I'm going to go with John Silva.
Hard not to.
Yeah, you can. It's shout out to Knuckles. Knuckles, my boy Knuckles, he's a big fucking fighting nerd, dude. So.
And we'll get to the co-main event, which is Rob Font and G Matsumoto. I don't know too much about Matsumoto besides he came off the Contender Series, if I'm correct. I'm gonna go. I've been watching Rob Font since his CES days in New England, so he's from my area. So I seen him at the casinos and everything when he fought. So it's still pretty crazy to see him 38 years old now, fighting against young guys. If I'm correct,
respect Unks.
He's 37 now, bro. So I don't know. He doesn't look bad.
He's an underdog, so he's not a bad underdog if you think about it. Because
dude, he just beat Kyler Phillips too, which is a good win. And his last 2 losses are to Corey Sandhagen and Davison Figueiredo. So
Rob Font is plus 136 to John Matsumoto minus 162.
Yeah, I don't see Rob winning. Honestly, I feel like Rob could be like the next fucking gatekeeper, but this is a bad matchup for him because.
Well, I already feel like Rob's a gatekeeper, to be honest.
Oh yeah, obviously with the Giannis fight, we saw that. Broke my heart, obviously, but
Matsumoto's 16-0, and he's beaten Dan Argueta and then a Bracatona. So those are pretty 2 solid wins right there.
Yeah, that Bracatona one was the one that fucking solidified me to pick him.
See, I don't really have much memory of him. So, Mike, what do you really think about G Matsumoto?
I mean, he's pretty good, I guess. I can't lie. I don't really rate him super highly. USA Canada's going to golden goal, by the way. We're going to overtime. Matsumoto, bro, we need to win this game.
Can you put the score in the bottom, Phil? You got to put the score
Matsumoto he was against Dan Argueta. He ended up finding, I believe, a submission in the second round, And Dan Argueta was actually doing really well in that fight. He was employing wrestling of his own. He ends up shooting into a guillotine, but Dan Argueta fought well. Gene Matsumoto against Brad Katona, that was a very close fight. And I do think Dan Argueta is a dog. I do think Brad Katona is a dog. And I think Brad Katona more so than Argueta. Brad Katona is I consider him a pretty high level fighter. Whatever hate anybody wants to say about him, I think he's a pretty solid, well rounded mixed martial artist. And I gotta say, I'm gonna fucking rock with my Puerto Rican brother. I'm going with Rob Font, bro.
Let's go, baby.
Bro. Fuck it, because I haven't been as impressed. I haven't been as impressed with Gene Matsumoto. And then Rob Font goes out there and beats a guy who I thought very highly of in Kyler Phillips. And I was pretty impressed. And not to say that Kyler Phillips wrestling is better than Matsumoto's, but Rob Font was controlling that fight. Outside of round one, he really dominated that fight. And Matsumoto, what's probably going to happen, he's going to be, striking to get to his wrestling, and he's going to just spam wrestling. And, Rob Font has shown weakness in the past with inability to stop the wrestling, like against Corey Sandhagen, for example. But Corey Sandhagen is one of the best guys in the world. We saw him against Umar Nurmagomedov in a close fought decision, 5 rounds. Matsumoto, I mean, yeah, he's 16-0. He's undefeated. They're giving him a big shot at the rankings. But
what are you trying to say is that his 16-0 is the same. His 16-0 in Brazil is the same as an American going 5-0. That's what you're trying to say.
He's good, bro. I won't be surprised if Matsumoto can win by decision. But at the same time, I think Rob Font is live. And as an underdog, although he's older, he's a very skilled fighter. And, just because I'm rocking with America, I'm rocking with Puerto Rico, you already know how we're coming. I'm going to just go with Rob Font, bro. New England Cartel, baby. He's about to get it back.
Cartel. It's New England Cartel, not Cortel.
Don't let Trump
I said
hear
cartel.
Cartels
I said cartel.
You said Cortel.
No, you thought I said Cortel. I said New
Yeah.
England Cartel, baby.
Look, we're going Rob Font, baby. That's all we're talking about here.
Not me. I'm going opposite, bro.
You going opposite? Really?
Yeah.
All right. Oh man! Every time he goes opposite, I'm just gonna do that now.
Fuck you, bro. I love that. It
Yeah,
makes me
just-
so alive, bro. It's like, fuck, I died. I respawned. I was in the gulag, bro. That who Phil sends me to the gulag?
I'm just gonna exit out of the screen just because I low key have the game on the side. Mike's got me all hyped. But yeah, Brendan Allen versus Fluffy too. It's a rematch from LFA, and Fluffy won the last fight by unanimous decision, I believe, right? Or was it majority decision?
I don't know why I thought he subbed him. Did he win by submission?
No, he went all the way. It went all the way. It was all the way.
And then Mike, if you have the odds right now, I believe Fluffy's like a -2 something favorite, right?
Bro, right now he's a -325 to Brendan Allen plus 260.
Ooh,
That's
no
crazy.
way.
And these are two guys that I've been super high on for a long time. I've always been high on Brendan Allen. But also in the same regard, I've been high on Fluffy. Fluffy ended up getting smoked by Kevin Holland, which a lot of people would be like, man, he sucks. But it's like, Kevin Holland, anytime, any place, he could do some damage to somebody. Fluffy, just like I brought up earlier, when you're talking about grappling and MMA, what do you want to see? You want to see Anthony Hernandez, because this guy, he doesn't grapple for control. He grapples so he can hurt you. And I really love that. Brendan Allen is slick. He's got good jiu-jitsu, great jiu-jitsu, good offensive wrestling. His striking is, his striking's pretty good. But Anthony Hernandez also has underrated striking of his own. He doesn't have anything flashy, but he has some power. He's a cardio machine. We've seen Brendan Allen get tired. I don't think we've ever seen Fluffy get tired. Unless he gets hurt. But I can see Fluffy just honestly kind of fucking Brendan Allen up. I think Brendan Allen has a chance, and I think plus 260, that's disrespectful. If I was going to make the odds for this fight, I'd probably have Fluffy -180, -200, and maybe Brendan Allen at plus 150. So the odds are crazy. I'm not going to bet on this because I was leaning Fluffy inside the distance. Actually, let me pull that up. Fluffy inside the distance.
Fluffy Darth second round.
Fluffy inside the distance would be plus 180, so they think it's actually relatively likely. But to be fair, though, Brendan Allen could snatch up a sub of his own, bro. Brendan
It's
Allen's
three
in this
rounds, right?
fight.
3 rounds, right?
Yeah. Brendan Allen
Yeah,
is
no,
in this
it's
fight.
it's
What was
going
the
all the way.
what was the
Fluffy,
what were the
30,
double
27.
chances? My boy's
The
been
dou-
putting me on. He's like,
double,
yo,
the double chance for Anthony Hernandez is plus 180. Double chance for Brendan Allen is plus 600.
Hey, what does double chance mean?
It means
double chance.
to win by knockout or sub.
Oh, subs, dude. Trust me.
What about
Bars.
points? What about the points? Points and
For,
submission or knockout. Give me one of those.
submission is plus for Anthony Hernandez. Submission is plus 330. Decision is plus 110.
No, for double chance.
Submission or decision.
Yeah, or knockout or decision. Give me both of them.
Submission or decision is minus 225. Knockout or decision is minus 160. Those are pretty grimy.
I mean, it's better odds, I guess. The minus ones, I could see a knockout, like maybe a little ground and pound.
Right. But Brendan Allen is tough, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, no. Shout out to John Jones. I don't see the UK fighters holding a belt anytime soon. But yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Aspinall's never gonna beat John Jones, but yeah, I mean, he's gonna
What's
lose.
that have to do with this
Gonna
fight?
get submitted, bro.
Are you out?
Fuck yeah, John Jones. Fuck yeah, John Jones. John Jones gonna smoke Aspinall, but they're probably never gonna fight. So
That dude uncle's drunk, man. Go to bed, bro.
I fucking love this shit.
All right, main event. Let's go. I mean, pick wise, I'm going Fluffy. I think Fluffy gets it done again.
yeah, I gotta go with Fluffy, but the odds are disrespectful. So I mean, I'm not. That's not a fight that I'd be interested in betting in.
It's yeah. I'm gonna go with Fluffy. I might do double chance, so if that was the bet. But my boy loves the double chances, so I think the best odds you get is a TKO and decision. Which is
Who said?
You know what? That's fine.
just in time for the main event.
I know low key. I hate when people say I look like Fluffy, bro. People are racist.
Why? Fluffy's
Okay.
handsome.
make your pick.
I got Fluffy, bro. What the fuck? Fluffy
All right,
household.
you got your twin.
Dars.
Man,
Dars. Second round. Dars choke. Watch. I'm playing.
There you
It's
go.
gonna go all the way.
Second-
It's going all the way. 30-27 Fluffy. I'm lying. Let's go. Move on.
Yeah.
Don't kick me.
Main event, which is Song Yudong and Henry Cejudo. Mike, who you got?
So I got odds at Song Yadong is minus 270. Henry Cejudo is plus 220. Henry Cejudo by decision is plus 350. I'm not ready to give up on the boy yet. And I love Song Yadong. He's very young. He's at this point very experienced for his age. Lot of power. He has good takedown defense typically as well. But Henry Cejudo is that guy, man. I mean, he loses to Aljamain Sterling in a fight that I thought he won, and then he ends up ultimately losing to the present champ, Merab Dvalishvili, which we can't take anything away from that because look what he's doing against Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab Dvalishvili is an absolute dog. That shirt is sick. Merab turned me into a big fan over. It was the Piotr Jan fight, and then I hated him again after the O'Malley fight because that shit sucked. And then when what he did against Umar, I was like, wow. I was just like, this guy is unfucking believable. So nothing off Henry Cejudo.
Such a good fight. That was such a fun fight, bro.
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
I'm going with Henry, man. I'm not ready to give up on him yet. He's a big underdog. Song Yadong is good, but we have seen him get tired as well. I feel like Henry is less, even at his age, and he recently only getting back to active career. I feel like Henry Cejudo has good cardio. His wrestling credentials speak for themselves. If he has a high IQ, bro. If he can stay away from the power, I'm going with Henry Cejudo by decision. I think he's going to end up in the later rounds, kind of drowning and controlling Song Yadong. What do y'all
What do
think?
you got, fool?
I fucking agree with you 100%, man. It's Triple C, So the thing about Triple C that I love about him, I didn't like him. Like, obviously, I'm Mexican. He tried to do the whole Mexican thing, the MAGA, like whatever. Like, I'm not in this sport for politics, brother. You're gonna put someone to sleep. by choke or you're gonna knock him out. Anyways, long story short, dude, he's one of the greatest coaches out there. Like, you saw how many people have gone. Like, Figgy went out there. Shit, our boy Nick, right? All his boys probably train out there. You know, like Arizona. Arizona's big combat, and I love that about Triple C, man. You know, so I'm gonna rock with him. I can never give up on him. It's a tough fight. Obviously, like, you want to build the Chinese community because we need that. Obviously, we need that. We need that Chinese money. But you can't bet money on this sport. Like, we know, like, we have gambling shows. Like, dude, this is the worst sport to gamble on because next thing you know. So I like Triple C. I love what he's doing, dude. Triple C is a fucking goat. Not in my eyes, but what he's doing now, I think he pulls it off. Decision.
Dude, he's definitely one of the greatest. I mean, in my opinion, he's the truth, man. So it looks like we're both on Henry right now. I mean, and of course, take it with a grain of salt. If
And
anybody's
Mighty Mouse is not here, so like it sucks because like the fact that we have to talk, like we have so many pieces to put in the chessboard, but we can't, So it sucks, but he's up there. Obviously, he's got a good. Anybody that fucking got medaled in the Olympics, you're goated. I don't give a shit what you've done before in your life. If you come into the sport with an Olympic medal, you're doing the best. So, yeah, I'm rocking with Triple C.
How about you, Phil?
You know what's pretty cool is that did you see that post that Song Yudong posted up on his Twitter?
No,
That was dope.
You didn't see that, Nick?
No, I didn't see it.
Also, he was selling. So, Song Yudong was selling.
Oh yeah. I did see this. That's
merchandise.
dope. I saw that. Yeah. I retweeted that jump. That's tough.
I was selling souvenirs outside the Olympic Arena in 2008 in Beijing, and Henry won the gold medal. Time flies.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy, man. And Song is a dog too, man. I love that about it's. You find it a lot, obviously, in Mexican
Song
fighters.
your dog.
But so Mexican fighters and Chinese fighters, these motherfuckers they do not play around, bro. They're tough. They get hurt and then they just swing harder. And Song Yudong definitely has dog. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to win. He's a lot younger. I just have to go with my gut and go with Henry Cejudo. But
Well, look at
Song
that Haggerty
Yudong-
fight earlier. Haggerty was like, "Fuck, did I win?" Rui took him to fucking deep waters, bro. Like, so Chinese fighters coming up. Obviously, it's good for marketing, but yeah, Sedong's the pig. Then you got a backstory too.
Maybe you guys go with the old age. With Henry Cejudo being 38, he just turned 38, and Song's gonna be 28 this year. Gotta go with a young dog. You know what I mean? You got two Spanish guys picking the Mexican fighter, so I think it makes it right if the Asian guy takes the Asian guy. But I don't know if he knocks on Henry, but I could definitely see him win by points in this fight. Maybe like a 49-46 or a 48-47. I think Henry will get dropped in this. I don't know if there's a drop prop out there, Mick. If you know if it's there or not.
Oh, to be knocked down?
Yeah.
I can check. I don't think they have.
What's the height? What's the height difference? What's the height difference on these foods?
It's probably pretty close. I don't think they have knockdowns on MMA. I'm looking now though.
No, they should have. They have to have a box that they would have it for MMA.
Hey, shout out to my homie Rush Hour. That would be like, cheers. Shout out to Rush Hour while the boys look it up.
So Henry Cejudo's 5'4", and then Song Yudong's 5'8".
I'm seeing takedowns, significant strikes. I'm not seeing
that's like half a foot, bro. That's like half a foot, if we're being honest.
I'm not seeing knockdowns at least on DraftKings. They do have takedowns though.
So what is the takedown for Henry Cejudo then?
So Henry Cejudo total takedowns landed 4+ is +220. 5+, 550, and then 6+ is +900. That's a lot of takedowns, though.
What was the lowest one?
4 is +220.
Can you bet under on that?
No, they don't have. Oh, they do have it. So they have over/under total takedowns landed. Over 2.5 for Henry Cejudo is -105, and under 2.5 is -125.
Dude, I low-key like the under on that fight.
You think he's only going to take him down twice?
Maybe not.
I mean, it's the UFC, bro. Like, it's hard. It's hard to score.
It's 5 rounds. If that joint goes deep, like,
I don't know, man. Henry Cejudo. Do you know he's only had 4 fights at bantamweight
Yeah.
in the UFC?
Marco, Marab.
Yeah, but he's cashing out checks, so
Dude,
Marab.
he's good, bro. He got a
Priest?
full violence. Have you seen his full violence fucking kit? It says the Short King. He's got one good shirt. Like, it's cool, man. I mean, but he's on his way out. I mean,
I just think I'm more of the he's on his way out. I think
He's been pretty
Cejudo
motivated.
kind of really ruined his prime, to be honest, when he retired early.
Yeah, he did.
So
but
like,
he's trying to be a big dog. He's
Yeah,
not
he know-
like we were talking about this with Ilya, you know, like how, but the UFC didn't invest on him because they didn't invest on Mighty Mouse, bro. That's why Mighty Mouse is so disregarded as one. He's like top 2 with me, bro. Mighty Mouse is one of the greatest mixed martial artists ever fucking exist on this planet. Because not even just his technique, bro. Watching him like come up, it's insane, bro. Like you can't duplicate what he did in that weight division.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is. I feel like Mighty Mouse could fight now and still challenge for a belt at flyweight if he could
yeah,
even
that's
get
how
down.
good he is. But Cejudo right now, I don't know, man. I mean, he did fight against 2 former champions too, as well. But just like,
Chat, did I cook? My kid brought me a. I don't know.
I feel strongly about Song Yadong winning this fight. I don't know if he finishes him, but I go Song Yadong, TKO, or decision prop, the double victory.
TKO or decision?
If it's like -1 something, I would take it.
Song Yadong
Double chance.
by knockout or decision is -250.
Fuck.
They're basically saying one of those 2 things is happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best odds you can get. But yeah, that's my pick. You guys got Henry and I got Song.
Yeah, I got Henry by decision. Look
What?
at Foo. Foo's waiting.
Yeah, fool. I'm about to cut this short now. So it is getting pretty late right now. And to be honest, we got to watch the USA and the Canada hockey game right now.
Yeah, overtime just started. It's about to get tense, bro.
So, Mike, you send us out.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Everyone who commented, we appreciate y'all. The chat makes this stream. Always, like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube at CS Today News. Always remember to bet responsibly. And first and foremost, do your own research. Enjoy the fights. We got a lot of action this week, and we got a lot of actions in the coming weeks ahead. So we're going to be here going through all of it. Thank you guys very much, and we'll be back soon.
Peace.